everyone, it's Carissa Wiley here for Concord and Ninth. Thanks for joining me today. The new Festive Blooms Bundle from Concord and Ninth might just be my favorite of the release. You can see that this gorgeous holiday floral set is a stunner. Now, if you're familiar with the Primrose Garden die set previously released from Concord and Ninth, this is going to feel very familiar to you. But this Festive Blooms Stamp Set and dies has a decidedly holiday feel and makes it easy to create some gorgeous holiday floral designs. The Festive Blooms die set really centers around this stitch die here, which allows you to create floral arrangements with ease. It also includes the shadow layer, which makes creating shaped cards a lot of fun, and you can use these dies together or separately to create a variety of looks. Now, this also includes all of the individual pieces that you'll need to assemble your florals and the greenery. It also includes those two holly leaves, which I'm in love with, this beautiful banner die, which coordinates with the sentiments perfectly, and some berry sprigs, which can be used on their own as a fun little accent for holiday cards. And don't underestimate the power of greenery. I love to use it on all kinds of cards, and those pieces can be used throughout the year. Now, this is the Festive Blooms Stamp Set, and you can see that there are 5 large sentiments that fit perfectly on that banner die. This banner is designed to nestle right into the center of your floral design, making for a bold and beautiful card, but these sentiments can be used on other cards as well, as can that banner die. Now, I wanted to give you a look at all of the die cuts that you can create with this die set. First up, I have used the shadow layer and the stitched layer together to create this shaped card front, and I'll show you how to create a shaped card here in a moment. But you can also skip that shadow or outline layer and die cut this stitched floral pattern directly into an A2 size card front. That means you can use either the front side where it's debossed or the back side where it has a little bit of added raised texture. Now, for all of these additional dies, I've only die cut every die once. So you can see that you're getting several of these dies that die cut a couple of things at a time. And I really love that Concord and Ninth kind of thinks about this when they design their die sets, because it really does save a lot of time if you can die cut a couple of flower centers at once, or 10 berries and 2 berry sprigs at once, instead of running your die through several times. I'm just quickly showing you how to layer up these elements to create the different florals that are on this card. I also love that the center part for this kind of magnolia style flower can also be used as a pine cone. I think that's a fun way to kind of use these dies in unexpected ways. Now, once you've assembled your flowers, you can just nestle them right into the stitched pattern that you've die cut onto your card front, and it helps you build this floral scene flawlessly. Now, these 3 pieces come together to make a 2-toned or dimensional banner, and all 10 of these berries die cut at one pass, and they easily layer onto the berry twigs, which cut 2 at a time. I mean, that's a time saver. I love that about this. Now, you're also getting several greenery dies, and these holly leaves are some of my favorites and can be used as just little accents with various types of cards. So let's make a shaped card. I have die cut the stitched pattern and used the shadow or outline layer to die cut some juniper cardstock there on the right. I've also used that large outline die to cut 2 panels of white cardstock. Now, that middle layer may be kind of optional, but I like to use it to add some stability to the back side of my colored cardstock panel. So I'm just going to start out by adding some adhesive all over the back of this stitched die cut juniper panel that has my floral arrangement kind of pressed into it. And I'm lining those up and adhering them together. That's really going to make this card front sturdy. Now, this second panel of cardstock, I am going to score along the top. So I'm lining this up kind of pressed into the corner of my scoreboard, and I'm going to score a line at the 1/2 inch mark. Now, I've rotated my scoreboard here because it's a little easier for me to do it from this angle while I'm filming. It kind of keeps me from getting my head in the shot, but I'm just scoring along the top of this panel at 1/2 of an inch. Then I can take and fold over this tab that I've created. I like to reinforce that with my bone folder so that I have a nice crease. And then I take and fold this in the opposite direction to really make sure that this is moving. This is going to create the opening hinge feature of our shaped card. Now, right above that score line, I'm going to add some strong adhesive. You could use some strong liquid glue. I'm using some tape runner here today. And I'm going to line up these two layers that I have and press them together. This is an easy way to create a shaped card. It doesn't take long at all. And while this doesn't look very impressive, let's see what it looks like with all the floral elements added. Look at this card. I am in love with this die set. Now I've created this shaped card with a rainforest background, and I've added all of the floral elements on. I've just assembled them as I showed you earlier. And I've lined up each of the floral and greenery elements with the stitched pattern that the die creates. So there's very little thought involved to arranging all of these beautiful pieces. Now I also added some champagne metallic cardstock accents. This is brand new from Concord and 9th and brings a little shine to this card. I used a variety of different green cardstocks for all of my greenery, as well as tucked in some vellum elements here and there, and added this beautiful scripty sentiment, which is from the new Nutcracker die set. Now, if you want to create a floral card, but you kind of want to go rogue, you can use the floral elements and the greenery on their own to create some beautiful cards as well. Now for these floral pieces, I did add a little bit of ink blending to add some depth and dimension, and I filled in around with several elements of greenery. I white heat embossed the May Your Christmas Be Joyful and Bright sentiment from that Festive Blooms Stamp Set onto a vellum banner, and I placed that right at the edge of this floral grouping that I created. Now the Festive Blooms Stamp and Coordinating die set makes it so easy to create these gorgeous holiday floral cards. You're gonna find that that stitched background makes it so easy to place all of your elements and makes you look like a professional floral designer. You're going to love creating with the Festive Blooms stamps and dies. And if you love this, which how can you not, you're gonna wanna check out the Primrose Garden die and stamp set as well.